Hi, welcome back to another gadget report. Let's talk gadgets. And this week, I'm talking about something that is very exciting. If you are traveling and going through Sydney Airport, I think you might be happy about this. Last week, I read and actually on LinkedIn that Sydney Airport has launched a new tool that helps you go through security. So today I'm talking about that. Come with me, let's talk gadgets. So last month, Sydney Airport launched a new tool on their website that allows you to monitor the time going through security at Sydney Airport. So traveling to an airport, we all know it can be a little time consuming and sometimes stressing and frustrating, especially when you go on peak times and there's long queues and you have to line up and looking at the clock and knowing that the time for your flight is really fast approaching, and it looks like you're going nowhere, you're stuck in a queue, and it can really get frustrating, and it can really get stressful really quick. We all know that. That's why it is so important, and I have mentioned this before in previous videos. It is important that you plan your trip, and part of that planning is to arrive at the airport with plenty of time to spare, allow plenty of time, just because of all these occurrences. There might be a very big influx of passengers at the same time as you if you're flying on a peak time, and they can cause delays, and that can cause massive queues. And of course, it's going to be stressful. It is important to plan ahead, because then you just know that you have to get that as fast as possible, and you make sure that you get in your gate on time. You need, on your airport, you need to check in, you need to go to security, customs, immigration, and then boarding. So it's all these steps that you need to go, and you should really understand that you need to allow time for that. But now, the security part of it is a breeze, because with this new tool that Sydney Airport has launched, it's on their website. As soon as you enter on the website, it's at the top of your screen, so you can't miss it. And it allows you to track real time how long you're going to be through security. So it's one less step to worry about, because you can look, and the new tool is refreshed every minute. So every 60 seconds they refresh the tool to have or give you a more accurate information, and this will be actually a very good thing, because you already know that you have to go through border security to immigration, and then you know that you have to go through all of these steps. So if you need to go to that security part, if you are already going and it just takes you, let's say, 5 minutes, you know that, okay, this step is going to be quick. But of course, they still don't have anything for the check-ins and stuff. Maybe this is just an idea. Maybe they will be having this soon. It will be fantastic if something like this and more airports come on board with tools like this. And if more is added to these tools, for example, if you can go and you look at the check-in times, when, for example, you check your flight and you check the flight information, if there is a tool like this for your flight, it would be fantastic, because you would know roughly how long you would be there. If you can actually see that, it would be good. But this going through security, if you already have this, that will be an amazing thing, because it's a little less stress on you. So all you can do is just go to the airport website, and it's right at the top. So it's right at the top of your screen. You cannot miss it because they put it right there, and it's refreshed, as I said, every 60 seconds, so every minute. So that provides you quite an accurate information, and you just know, well, this is what is happening at the time. We just gonna take 5 minutes in the security, so we have a little bit more time, maybe to check the duty free, or maybe to just sit down and relax and have a chat, or go and have a coffee or something like that. So it is good. I think it's a very, very good idea from Sydney Airport to include this tool. I think it's very useful indeed. And yeah, as I said, I think it should be something that could possibly be added and have maybe more things added to this, and in the future everything being planned with real-time forecasts that will be more accurate and allow people to move through airports easier and faster. I think that's the goal, and I do believe that in both sides that's the goal. Passengers want to move through all that process and get into their flights as fast as possible. Airlines want the passengers in as fast as possible because time is money, as you know, and the aircraft needs to depart on time, because every single minute that is delayed is a cost for the airline, and you know that. So they for once want you to be on board as soon as possible. And of course the airport itself does not like big crowds, delays, and for example the mess that we've been witnessing in recent times when there's peak times such as school holidays and things like that, where airports get really packed to the rafters, and there's endless queues and people frustrated. Sometimes flights need to be cancelled due to weather, and this has unfortunately happened every single time there's holidays. We have a storm in Sydney that ends up cancelling or delaying flights, and it all breaks loose at Sydney Airport. We've seen this many times. Of course, you can't control the weather, and if there is a storm, there's nothing you can do about it. Flights are going to be delayed. If it's not safe for them to take off or land, they will have to be diverted. If they're landing, they will have to be diverted, or if they are about to depart, they will have to wait until the storm has passed and it's safe for them to take off. That is something that you cannot control. It's something that unfortunately happens, and no airport wants it. No airline wants it, no passenger wants it, but it's nature, it's the weather. We cannot do anything about it. What we can do is, if everything runs smoothly, if we plan ahead, if we get there early, if we go through check-in easier, if we know what we can and we cannot take. Another thing that is very, very important, please read all the instructions to know what you can take on board. If there is any regulations in regards to your perfumes, your liquids, which usually there is, make sure you have everything packed. If you take a laptop, be ready to show your laptop to security. You know, it's standard regulation. Have everything handy, have your passport handy, have your ticket handy, have everything handy and really well packed and prepared. So when you get there, you go through all these processes swiftly and really fast, and you get to your gate as soon as possible, and you can board on time. If we can manage to get all these processes optimized and done really efficiently, flights will depart on time airlines will run efficiently, and passengers will be happy because they will go from A to B and they will arrive at their destination at the expected time with no stress, with no complication. So this is something that obviously it's a good thing for everyone. This, in fact, is just a tiny little bit of this process. Is just a tiny little help, but we all know that in this case, all help is welcome. So thank you, Sydney Airport, for this amazing tool. And that's all for today. I hope you liked this gadget report, and I hope you are excited about this tool. If you are traveling, tell me, is it really accurate? Let me know your opinion. If you have recently gone through Sydney Airport and you used this tool, you checked, let me know in the comments below if it's really accurate as they claim to be, and how did it go? Did you really have a smooth run through security? Did you have any issues? I think this is really important. And of course, I've said this many times, if you have any subjects that you would like me to talk about in this gadget report, leave me a comment below and suggest. I'll be very, very happy to accommodate all your requests and suggestions. And of course, put a like on the video and subscribe to the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of a new gadget report every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. See you next week. Have a good one. Bye.